Today's lesson, what we're talking about today is the push through. When you're tired, and I think this is the perfect time to do it. I'm motivating myself. I'm doing this when I'm not necessarily sleeping the best. I'm not necessarily eating the best and taking the best care of myself, but I still have a dream, still have a vision, still have goals, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to let my situation, I'm not going to let anything that I'm going through, good or bad, I'm not letting any of that, I'm not letting what they say, don't let the outside get on the inside. So I'm staying focused, staying motivated. I'm in a very popular spot here in Puerto Plata. As you can see, it's beautiful. I said, let me stop and talk about pushing through. Let me talk about staying motivated and doing what you have to do when you have a dream and a goal. Because my brother and I say it all the time, like with Cat Williams, man, it's so funny. He's a comedian, but he says a lot of profound things. But he said he was watching one of those shows, like one of those gator shows with the guys in Florida. They're in the speedboat, and they were in the back, and they were like, hey, man, we got to get the gators, because they're not going to get themselves. And we took that, and we were like, look, when you got dreams and goals, the dreams and goals are going to be what they are. But there's no way it's going to get itself. It's going to stay right there. We have to go and get it. We have to realize it. We have to do what's necessary, and we got to push through. We got to focus. We have to fight. We have to get the resources together. We have to keep dreaming, keep believing when it's seemingly hopeless. When you don't have hope, when you're tired, when you don't have as much energy, when you have just a little bit to keep pushing, and you want to keep pushing just a little bit more, you want to keep fighting, and you have to block out all the sound, block out all the background noise, and focus. Put your energy towards what's important. Put your energy towards what's going to produce success. That's something that's so key when you're tired, when you're struggling, and when you're fighting. It's so key to put your energy into productive activities. There's that temptation to do things and to get caught up in things that don't motivate you. You get caught up in doing things that are not productive. But a key essential quality of being successful and pushing through is doing things that you know that's going to get you success. We're going to do those things that are going to get you one step closer. This video right now, at this very moment, I'm getting another step closer to my dream. It's not even useful to pray and say, oh, well, I'm going to believe for this and believe for that. And then when I have an opportunity to seize the opportunity, I have an opportunity to do it, and I don't do it. I'm here living in the Dominican Republic. Like, this is no accident. This was a plan. This was a strategy. I decided to do it. This is happening. I'm hoping that you will continue to support me, support my dreams, support my goal, and share. Like, that's something I was thinking too. Like, maybe get some people to just talk about how, man, Toma, this has been very helpful for me, or it was helpful for me when you did this, we did that, when you showed that, to give testimonials, because there's something else that helps you to push through. It's just knowing that other people see you fighting. Sometimes you get an extra push when you don't. Like, that's one of the good things about being here with my brother. Like, we can sharpen each other. Like, every now and again, I'm like, bro, I'm tired. He's like, yeah, I know, bro, I'm tired too. And just having that it's not even accountability where they're making you do anything. It's more accountability like, he's fighting, I'm fighting. Like, we're both fighting. Like, we can't give up because we both have dreams, we both have goals, and we're doing those things, and we motivate each other. You know, just having that somebody, that other person. And that's what testimonials can do. Sometimes you need to know that what you're doing is helping somebody else. Maybe it's not, nothing deep, nothing super deep. It's just knowing that what you're doing is impacting somebody else, that somebody else is benefiting from your hard work. Somebody else is benefiting from you having bags under your eyes. Like, I'm like, man, I'm taking the deal. I'm like, man, I don't look my best, but that's okay. Right now, I don't have to look my best. Those days are going to come. Now, I look back at these videos and say, you know what, man? But that was part of the process. That was part of me getting there. And maybe I don't have my makeup, I have to use my a towel, pad off, but that's something that I will always do, and I hope that you see is always a part of my content is real. I would definitely do my best to make sure I'm genuine and keeping everything 100. And that's another component for pushing through, is where you know that what you're doing is from a good place, from a genuine place, from a real place, but also when you're being realistic with where you're going, or when you're fighting through natural limitations like time, energy, resources. Like sometimes you just don't have time, you know. And then when you do have time, or when you think you don't have time, that's like I said. I stopped. I got some iced coffee, and I said, "Hey, let's go. Let's do some recording. Let's get this habit of being successful." And that's what this is about. It's about building habits. When you need to push through, a lot of times you just need to have the habit of being successful. The habit of doing things that you know is going to cause you to get one step closer. The habit of doing those things that you know that's the right thing to do. When you get in the habit of making good choices. You don't necessarily want to, you don't even have to. But when you get in the habit of saying, man, look at this beautiful atmosphere, this beautiful opportunity, look at this place that I'm in, look at where I am at right now, and let me maximize it. Let me focus in, let me zoom in. This is not about nobody else. No one else has your dream. No one else has those sleepless nights. No one else has those moments in time where you look at something and you say, my life has to change. No one else has that same. And that's the thing, people don't have to have the same dreams. They don't have to believe like you believe. You have to make sure that you believe. You have to be able to fight, and you have to focus through persecution. You have to focus through the laughter, focus through the naysayers, people saying, oh no, it can't be done, or you need to give up. Everybody else is going to have an idea of what they see or what they believe your success is going to be. That's not the most important. The most important thing is what you understand, what you believe, focusing in and staying zoomed and focused in on what you know you have to do when nobody else is looking and when everybody is looking. Are you consistent? Have you consistently done things? Have you consistently made choices to position yourself to be successful? That's what this is about. This is about me just focusing on and practicing consistency. Eliminating excuses, putting my own stuff out of the way, risking embarrassment or risking shame or whatever that stuff is. What are they going to call that stuff? All that stuff that doesn't matter when you're on the way to be successful. When you have that hunger and that fight within inside you, that desire inside you, that makes you do stuff that nobody else is willing to do. No one else is doing this right now. At least not at this very moment. Maybe some other people have done it in video right here, but I'm saying, like, I'm doing this right now because I know I need to do this. Everybody else's dreams and goals, I hope they can get some energy from this. They can get some fuel from this. They can use these strategies and use these techniques to focus, to push through. But it's up to me. It's up to my decision making. And then everybody else has to get in line. That's kind of the way, you got to look at it, or the way that I've learned to look at things. Just being successful in sports, being successful in academics, being successful in my clinical career, just having that longevity. Like, so many times it's been man, I wanted to give up. Do y'all know that I didn't want to do this video? Like, not to say I didn't want to, but part of pushing through is fighting past, pushing past those feelings, pushing past those emotions, those limiting things that say, well, you know what, maybe you don't have to do it right now. Maybe you can wait for the perfect time. Maybe you can wait for the best time. There's people here. Or, it's kind of late at night, or late in the afternoon. Or maybe the lighting is not perfect. You hear all that? Like, that's the conversation. That's a dialogue I have in my mind. But I made a decision. Like, it's not about that dialogue anymore. It's about me doing it. It can become better as I do it, but I'm doing it. It's happening. Thank you for being a part of my process. Thank you for being a part of my journey. But I will tell you right now, my videos will get much better. The video, the audio will get better. Everything's going to improve. But what I want to do, and I want to make sure is abundantly clear, is that I am doing it. I'm pushing. I'm not settling. I'm making sure this is a part of my life. This is part of my lifestyle. This is not something I'm playing around with, or, oh, it's just a hobby. You know how people say stuff like that. But I am positioning myself to make this part of my life. One of the things that I said in one of my previous videos, how this is part of my purpose. When you have a clear understanding of your purpose, you will make sacrifices. You make sacrifices because it's part of your purpose. Not nobody else. Like I said, It's not about somebody else's purpose, but me doing my part. How can I make sure that I'm supporting my understanding of my purpose and my vision if I don't make decisions and make choices consistent with what I'm believing? Do I really understand it to be part of my purpose? If I let obstacles, if I let excuses get in the way, am I confident? Or maybe I don't have to be confident. Maybe I just need to be assured that that is what it is. It's like doing reps. I'm bringing in sports always there because that's part of my life. It's part of my lifestyle. And that's something I learned, even with learning, like that rote, when you do things over and over, you create a routine. When you create that routine, that's how you get in the habit of being successful. That's how you memorize something. So I want to have a memory. I want to have a consistent strategy of success. I want to have a consistent strategy of overcoming. I want to have a consistent strategy of pushing through. I want to have a consistent strategy of doing what's necessary to be successful in my life. I don't want to put the blame on somebody else. I don't want to make excuses. Making excuses is not going to get it done. It's not going to get itself. It will not. It will sit there. It will wait. Success is waiting for you. Opportunities are waiting for us. Goals are waiting for us. Dreams are waiting for us. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit by? Are you going to watch? Are you going to stand behind somebody else or sit behind somebody else? Are you going to say now is not the right time? Are you going to say, well, I'm not quite ready yet? Or it's the lighting is just not right. The time of day is wrong. I'm not sure if you can hear me good, or maybe there's other people around. But the thing is, how much of that really matters when you're doing what you're supposed to do, when you're fulfilling your purpose, when you're walking into what you believe that you're supposed to do for your life? When you put it into that perspective, when you put it into the context of your dreams and your goals, you put it in the context of reaching and getting one step closer. That's what pushing through is about. Pushing through is about getting one step closer. I think that's the hashtag, or that's the tagline I'm going to put in this. But pushing through is about doing one more thing to be successful. It's about doing that other thing that you know you should have done, that you said you're going to do, that you promised, that you have always thought about doing. We all have, I'm sure we have a bag of those things. We have a treasure chest full of all those round to it, all those things that we say, well, I'm going to, and I will, and one day I hopefully will. It's time out for that. It's not going to get itself. Well, maybe that's what I should call it. It's not going to get itself, or one step closer, pushing through, I don't know. But all that is part of it. It's having that mindset, having that resolve within your mind to say, I'm doing whatever it takes. As long as you're not hurting somebody else. Like, I'm not talking about being disrespectful or hurtful or, putting somebody else in harm's way. I'm talking about this is what I'm doing. I'm not hurting anybody by doing this. I know this is me being proactive, me putting myself in a position to be successful, me making decisions, me making choices, me giving myself opportunity to realize and live that I'm doing it. Like, that's something that can't be taken away. This is like, there's nobody, look, I can't say no, I'm doing this. It's happening. It's going down. I'm getting it. It's getting done. And it's not getting itself. I'm doing it, I'm getting it. I need to make sure I'm actively doing what I know I need to do to be successful. I'm actively pursuing, I'm actively making choices and decisions in a consistent manner to set and to, not to say create, but to, I guess you say to create a consistency. To make sure that my resolve, that my habits are that I'm being successful, that my habits are I'm doing what I need to do, my habits are is getting done, my habits are no excuses, the habits are I'm pushing through, the habits are I know I need to do this, the habit is forget all the other stuff. Don't focus on nothing else. Focus on what you know you're supposed to do. No excuses. It's not going to get itself. Take one step closer. Do one more thing. Do one more thing on your list. Get one more thing checked off today. If you watch this video for the first time, if you're watching, my name is Toma McMillan, Coach T-Mac. I want you to get in the habit of doing one more thing. Get in the habit of doing that next thing, getting that other thing checked off your list. If you don't make lists, please make lists. It's so helpful. I've been wanting to do this video. You all will not believe me how many times I said I was going to do this video and do these videos and they're not getting done. But they're getting done now. I'm getting it. It's happening. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I'm not going to hold you long, but I want to just make sure that I'm putting out a resounding message that is abundantly clear, that it is possible, that you can do it, that your life can be and will be a result of the quality decisions that you make consistently in your life. I'm consistently doing this now. This is a part of my life. No excuses. I'm getting it. It's not getting itself. I'm doing one more thing, getting one step closer. I hope you remember that. I said it in probably 12 different ways, but it's kind of like the same thing, but I'm hoping that it's resounding and coming true. It can happen for you. It is supposed to happen for you. It is part of your dream. It is part of your goals. It's part of your purpose. Part of any and everything that you do to be successful. You're doing it. You can do it. One more thing. Take one more step. It is possible. It's within you. Look, it's happening. Let's go. Thank you so much, Coach T-Mac. I'm out.